What's up? One love, dear ones. Yes, so following my live I did with Alexander yesterday, we spoke about Voxprime. We'll just lower the volume a little bit here, the music that is being amplified by Voxprime right now, because this video is all about Voxprime. So I have a challenge here to try to summarize my Voxprime path into a single video, and I want it to be short. So bear with me. I will try to condense everything because this is important information about the project of eco-villages, to create not only eco-villages just to go in the jungle to survive, growing fruits, which is amazing. This is the basic, but also to create with a bigger vision, like an economy, because we are going back to tribes. My way to see the new herd is tribes that will instead of being countries, we'll go back to tribes, and each tribe will be their own country, their own with their own economy, and then bartering things with other tribes. So this is a long-term vision. So in order to reach that tribe reality, we have to take actions now to make it happen. So yeah, so back to that live I did with Alexander yesterday. So Alexander is already in Costa Rica now, growing some greens and foods, which is amazing. And we had that talk about the thought that I have, let's say, to move, to have, let's say, a factory or a place where people can have their business and to ship goods, let's say, to other tribes, or for now international, everywhere around the world. So yeah, so that's there is a lot in my mind right now that I will try to put together in this video. So that's a big one. So okay, let's do it. So yeah, so my background, Voxprime. So Voxprime, long story short, okay, people know me. I've been raised by females, by my mom, and while my dad was very busy with the business, so I had a lot of lack from my dad to raise me, let's say I'm doing with my boys, to be with them, to be present, to teach them things, which is the way to raise boys. But he was so busy with his business, so I had a big lack from my dad in that regards to about how he raised me, but a massive imbalance. I was with him in his business, so I had a massive business mentor. So my dad is a first generation entrepreneur for French Canadians, because the generation before, let's say my grandfathers, they were not entrepreneurs at all. They were workers, basically like cheap laborers for the English people here in Canada. So this is a little bit the history of the province of Quebec, the French Canadians, the cheap labor for the English people. So this is the background, my historical background. So let's say my grandfather on the side of my father worked in the mine all his life, and he died very young in his 40s from a lung cancer. So they were just workers like that getting replaced, and nobody really it is what it is, and this is the history. But my dad, he broke that pattern when he was in his 30s. He managed to climb up the corporate ladder in the telecom company. Let's say we will say a phone company. Let's say in the US Pacific Bell, or in Canada Bell Canada. But it was up north, where I'm from, in Abitibi-Témiscamingue. So the company is Télébec. So he managed, he was a technician fixing, repairing telephone lines. Let's say if you have problem with your internet, there is a technician that comes to your home to check your internet. But my dad was fixing phone lines. But he has been spotted by his management, because my father is it's a genius level to invent things, to invent products, electronic products. He has that genius level mind to do that. So he invented a device to be able to test a phone line, where there is many phone, let's say, wires going in, because at the time they had to drill holes in those in insulator in the rubber jacket to be able to go probe, and then they were putting back like some silicone, but years it was damaging the cables because the water was going through. So my dad invented a crazy device that he had just to put around, and he was able to do tests without drilling into the cables. So his management at his at Telebec, they spotted him, and then long story short, I need to be very brief because I could write several books on that. So I want to make the video as short as possible. So I will just go very quick. So you started working there like at 17, and let's say by 30 he was the director of the whole place. Like even like his boss, like he went above his own boss, and he became like one of the top director of that place there in the BTB. So this is like his path. So he was in his early 30, and then he was bored. He didn't like doing that. So he had his dream to have his own business, and he had those dreams to create a special device to test phone lines. So he just quit his job, sold the house with my mom when I was like 2 years old over there, and moved near Montreal, where it was a better place to run a business. So we moved here, like not this house, but nearby in a city called Boisbriand. When I was 2 years old, and he started his first business, which was to install and service phone systems in businesses. Let's say you have 30 employees, you need 30 phones in the place, so everybody has a phone, and then you can pick up the line, put on hold. So this is called a phone system. So he was selling and servicing phone systems. So this was his first business, and on that path, I will just, yeah. So I was saying that he was selling phone systems, and then he had that idea because my dad, back to his creative mind, developing products. Let's say when I was a baby, I'll be like 44 on February 25th, very soon. When I was a baby, you know, the little baby monitor, it was not existing. So to him, like when we were sleeping, he found that it was not like safe to let us just sleep like that with no surveillance. So he invented a baby monitor. So he made one for my mom. I can't find it. I still have it around somewhere. I cannot find it, but it was looking a bit like this box, like a small box with a microphone, and it was a short range FM transmitter. So with the FM receiver, with the radio, you could tune to the radio station, and you could like receive the signal. So like my mom just had to tune on the FM receiver on the radio to listen to us in the room, and the neighbors could hear as well if they would tune on the same frequency. But the quality was amazing, much better than what we can buy today from Fisher Price. So the sound quality was like incredible. And another story, where we were living up north, it was like very cold, and back then to start your car remotely, it was not existing. So he invented a remote starter for his Chrysler, his car, and at the time it was car with carburetor with the choke. And it was not wireless, so he made that big box that was connected to the car. So from his home, he had the key for the car to start the car, and he had the choke. And also he could like pull a wire to because sometimes you need to give gas to start the car, like all cars with carburetors. So he had made that device. So it was just fun to invent things like that. So he could like start like pull the choke, give some gas, start the car, and then to warm up the car in advance. So the neighbor were like, wow, what the fuck. So it was like it was the alien of the place at that time. So yeah, so this is a little bit about his creative mind. So back to his first business, when he was selling a phone system, he decided to create a product to test phone lines for, again, companies like he used to work, because he had a lot of background in that field. So I need to cut it short. So long story short, he created a business where I started to work at when I was 17. Okay, because after high school, I hated to go to school. I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and I asked him because I used to work for him when I was a kid. So this is my environment since I'm like 4 years old. Just a fun story. My father, like, he was testing products, and sometimes like his test was doing like testing 1 2 testing 1 2, and the first word of my brother was testing 1 2 before mom or dad. So yeah, so you can see like a little bit the background. So yeah, that's funny. So yeah, so back to the business he made, where he started to create and manufacture product to test copper network phone lines. So I've been involved into that business since I am 17, and I will be 44, like I said now. And today I am like the second entrepreneur, second generation entrepreneur. So I followed his step, and my dad like managed to pull off like crazy business deals with the biggest telecom company of this world. Companies like Nortel, Alcatel, the biggest like telecom company on the global market. So since I am a teenager, I have been involved with those companies, those projects. And I need to speak about my brother. Yeah, so I have a lot to say. So bear with me. There is a lot of information, but it's very fascinating for those who resonates, of course. So my brother is the total opposite of me. We are like two polarities. Let's say me in the company, I was more involved into manufacturing, supply chain, ordering the material, finding the suppliers. I did also a lot of mechanical engineer to design the product, but the in 3D, like the mechanical, like the enclosures of the products. My brother is more like a computer, like a software engineer. But he didn't learn any of that at school. As a kid, he was a genius with computer, like genius level, literally. And when he was like 14 years old, he was working on those projects with the top engineers, let's say at Nortel. And he was like, the guys over there, they were like, what the fuck, that kid is so like next level. So it was, I come from that kind of family. So yeah, so my brother is more like software, me more hardware. So yeah, I cannot go into all the details. So just to say that we are two opposite polarities. So let's say me and Niyama, we are two opposite polarities, and it's the same thing with my brother, two opposite polarities. And we know when two polarity works together, it's very, very powerful. So I will just fast forward the business we had, let's say with our father. So for many years, we worked into that business, and over the years, I had like hundreds of employees. We had some massive business deals, like in the millions. So we were making like good money, but we were working very, very, very hard. So I never had that millionaire lifestyle, but all the money was in the business, and we're always like starting new projects and reinvesting the money in the business to grow it bigger and bigger, until the day where we go back in 2013, when I realized that my son had autism. So when I say that shit hit the fan for me, it was at every level. So even at the professional level, Nortel, that big company with who we were in partnership with, the management at the top, they made that massive fraud to make that massive bubble, just to cash out all of that. And then the company like tanked, with thousands of people losing their all their savings, their pension plan, and all of that. So this has been like a massive like bomb into the industry, and we were in partnership with them to sell our products to phone companies. So we lost our sales division because the salespeople were Nortel, and us, we were like manufacturing. We had the technology and manufacturing the products that we were manufacturing, and we were even putting Nortel in the product, even if it was our technology, because Nortel, they were like amazed by the technology that we developed to test copper network, because we managed to develop technologies that they I could say they couldn't not do, but our technology was so amazing, so they wanted to work with us. So this is a long story short. So we'll go down after a sip of water because I'm thirsty and it's dry here in winter. Very dry when we have to heat. So yeah, okay. So back in 2013 when the shit hit the fan, and everything collapsed. The business, my son, personal problems. So when I was like rock bottom, the company that we had that was once a very nice business, we managed to avoid bankruptcy, unlike all the big businesses around us that they all went down, but us, we managed to save the company, but there was very little money left in the bank account, about like less than $200,000. So at that time, my dad said, fuck it, I retire. I don't want to do that anymore. I've been there, done that. So he told my brother and me, like, okay, either you cash out what's remaining in the bank account of the company and you find a job and you continue your life, or you do whatever you want with it. So with my brother and me, I had that idea, which is Voxprime, which I will further expand on in this video. So I convinced my brother to make that Voxprime project because what I didn't like about the other company, which name it was NCI Technologies, is that we were always like in partnership with big players, but those big players, they were not reliable. So because we had different partnership, but they were all like crashing one after the others. So I was fed up of that. So I said, okay, fuck it. We will do like Voxprime, which is the product is telephone paging amplifiers, and I will further expand later. So I'll just express really quickly what it is. So let's say right now there is some music that plays. Let's say you are in a mall or in a grocery store, and there is, I will put another song here. So let's say you have a song that plays and I take the phone here. I forgot, I think the extension is 203. No, 403. Yeah, 403. So I take the phone here and I will show it later. So 403, and I make a call. This is like an intercom, like in the school. So yeah, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. And then the music will come back. Yeah. So this is Voxprime in a nutshell. To have those speakers like in the roof, like everywhere, that's in the school, and then there is some schedule like for the breaks and all that. So I will further expand later. So yeah, so my idea was to create that business because I already had experience with amplifiers, because in my previous business with my dad, we had a project where it was involving amplifiers like that. So I managed to see like the competition, like what the products were doing, and I found it like very like ordinary, like nothing like wow. On the global market, there was no like very impressive product in that field, according to me. So I decided with my brother, okay, so let's design like the best like the I don't know, like the Mercedes or the Lamborghini of telephone paging amplifiers, because I knew like all the features that were required to do in a single device to make an amazing product. So I said, let's design that. And instead of being in a partnership with like one big partner, fuck that. The business model with Voxprime is very, very smart. Okay, so I will try to summarize that. So basically, okay, you have the manufacturer, like this is, manufacturing has a lot of value. You take someone like Elon Musk, so you create value, you create products, and after the manufacturer sells to distributors, so then there is that layer of distribution. And then let's say for those products, the distributor, they sell to integrators. So the integrators are the one, let's say that they will sell phone system, like the first business that my dad did to cell phone systems, and then the end user, let's say the business that use the device, let's say it could be an hospital, could be a school, could be like a Walmart, grocery store. So you have those four layers again: manufacturer, distributor, dealer, and end user. Okay, so we are the manufacturer. Let's do it the other way around, top to bottom, because the one at the top is the corporation, because corporations, they have a lot of power in this realm. So yeah, so you have the corporation, the manufacturer, and then the end user. So my idea was to bypass the distributor like Elon Musk with Tesla and to sell directly to the integrators, because our products are made here in Canada. So many distributor, they like to take like 20% margin usually, and that's a lot. So I say, fuck that. So we keep the 20% for us and we sell directly to the dealers. And the good thing with the dealers, when you get a customer, a dealer, then he standardizes on your product, and then he become not only your customer, but also your sales representative. So when he go to see a customer, and you will say, okay, I will sell you the phone system. So you need, okay, let's say 20 telephone, and you have a warehouse in the back. Oh, okay, so you need a paging system for your warehouse. Okay, good. I will install you one. And then if he knows like our customers, then they offer our products to their customers. So it's a solid business models, because that integrator, again, is our customer and also our salespeople. So they go around to their customer and they offer paging. And then into the paging industry, there is a couple of companies that I will show you on the screen later. Let's say Bogan, Toa, and Valcom. I just picked like the top 3 competitors that we have, because there is several, but let's say that these are the top 3. And Voxprime is better than all of them combined by far. So that's why when we approach a dealer and take the time to study our products, see what we have to offer, they become like raving fans. When you have a business, it's very important to have raving fans, or that your customer, that you create so much value that your customer cannot go anywhere else, because you are in another class. You know, it's like with a woman, when you are like the man, she will never look around to find another man, because she knows that you are her best option. So as a male or as an entrepreneur, it's pretty much the same thing. You have to, like a male, you build yourself as a male to build your value. So let's say females will see you as being like the top G, back to the top G mindset, Andrew Tate. So everything comes together. It's we are one, we know. So it's all coming back to the one thing. So another sip of water, and that's magical water. I did a video on my Patreon how to create magic water to upgrade your existence. So yeah, where was I? Yeah, okay. So to create that value. So Voxprime now is that business that is like the best of its class in telephone paging amplifiers. And back to the live I did with Alexander. So now the products are being manufactured like here, and to me, like 13 years ago, I went to Costa Rica to see like if it would be possible to move our previous business there, like to lower the cost and to improve our quality of life living over there. At the time, we decided not to make that move. But today, now with everything that is going on, and back to the eco villages, back to the live I did yesterday. So now the idea is, okay, now maybe we could even have like, let's say a place for the people, like the people of the tribe, to be able to have their own business there. So it could be like Voxprime as an example. So it's just like food for thought. I just want to, it's just to brainstorm all together. And this is something that I want to brainstorm with Alexander in a private call. And also something that I want to brainstorm with the Sun Tribe, that we have a Sun Tribe meeting like this week. So instead of repeating myself everywhere around to everyone, I'm just doing this video and I will put it on all my platforms. So it will like be public for all. So, you know, one thing leads to the next. So just to spread some ideas that maybe other people will pick up on and create their own things with it. So yeah, so that's the intention behind this video. So yeah, so let's say we have, let's say, eco villages, and we move Voxprime there. And Voxprime, I need to say that because I'm a Starseeds, obviously, and I always had that New Earth mindset or way of seeing things, unlike all the others, like greedy, horrible CEOs out there that are just there like to, yeah, because I've been involved into the business and people are horrible. I really didn't like I had a lot of friends, but when shit hit the fan, I lost them all, because back then with those massive projects, I was buying the material like hundreds of thousands of dollars at the time, in the millions. So I was being invited to a lot of events. I was like very known here in Montreal. Yeah, all like bullshit, fake relationships based on money. Um, so me, my vision for Voxprime was okay. And I was seeing like all those workers in the factories, like me, I was always close to those peoples because I always been in charge of manufacturing. So I was always going on the production floor to manage things and to work with people on the floor, people that were paid like a minimum wage most of the time. The hard-working people, like the people that work really, really, really hard with some families to sustain and all that. And I was also in touch with the management, the CEOs, the sales directors, all those people that I was not. I was resonating more with the people on the production floor than the people in the management. So me, I always found that I couldn't understand why all those CEOs will just keep all the money for themselves and not like to create a more fair system or a more fair business. But I mean, it is what it is. So this is the 3D matrix, but me, back to my star seeds and my mindset, my default mindset. So Voxprime, the vision I had was to create that very lucrative business, because once you have a product, the technology that is developed like I have here, it's just a matter to grow the business, and then it's just like a cash cow. You manufacture products like that, and you ship products, and then cha-ching, 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 and the money is just like you create a synergy, a movement, and bringing a lot of wealth in the process. So me, my vision was to have that shop that was like an eco villages, like in my mind, even like back then, like many years ago, to let's say have a safe space, because I was seeing those moms going to work and then they have to go to pick up their kids after work. They were staying at the school late and they had to work, so it's like all fucked up. So I say no. We will have like a beautiful massive shop there where we will have like a class, like a homeschooling, like into Voxprime. So the single moms that are like struggling, they could bring their kids at work, have their kids at school like at Voxprime, and in the breaks they could eat lunch together, they could spend time together like all day long to stay close and not being separated like what the government model that is doing, like to keep, like to destroy the families. So yeah. So that was my vision at that time. So Voxprime, okay, long story short. So, okay, now I need to explain that. So everything went down, and now we, with my brother, like we had the choice to find a job and to cash the money of the previous business, or to continue it and to create something new, which this is what we decided to do with Voxprime. So we said, okay, we will create those products, because the two of us combined, let's say, to create a business, it's like a pie. Okay, let's say those our competitors like that I will show, like from creating the products, let's say the R&D part, this is one part of the pie. To find all the supplier, the supply chain, this is another part of the pie. Manufacturing the product is another pie. The sales is another pie. Administration is another pie. Customer service, shipping, supply chains, and then you have that whole pie. But the things that is like not like it's crazy in this realm is that with me and my brother, the two of us together, we have all the skills, and all our skills are totally different. We don't have the same skills, but together we have all the skills required in that pie to create like a business like Voxprime, which we managed to do. This is a big success. The only part that we are not interested with is the administrative part, let's say accounting and all that. But a strength that we have in my families, because I'm from a family of four. I have my dad, my mom, my brother, and myself. I'm the youngest one. So my dad started his business, and my mom always like did the administration for my dad, like accounting. So they were like a super like solid team. So this is why we never like went bankrupt, or nobody tried to fuck someone else around, because in business there is a lot of greed. Business partner that they try to fuck themselves around and all that. So we never experienced that, because in our family our super strength is love. Because love is the greatest power, and still to this day we went through a lot of storms, but we are still all like glued together because of that love, which is that superpower that we have with our beautiful hearts. So with Voxprime, our mom decided to give to help us with it, to take care of all the administration part. So that part of the pie chart is my mom that took care of it. So my brother was it's more like me and my brother, like the engineering and all that, and me the sales, the supply chain, sourcing all the material, manufacturing the products. So long story short, our two different set of skills combined, we managed to make Voxprime a reality in this realm. So yeah, okay, so this is a good summary. Now where I want to go is to bring that into eco villages. So we'll switch gears a bit. I want to show you a little bit the technology that we develop, and you will understand like the value of it. And I will show you a bit the competitor. So I will just end this video and start a new one and switch the camera the other way around. Okay, so I have to hold the camera in my hand. So this is my website, Voxprime. So you can go to watch it by yourself, voxprime.com. So yeah, so there is a lot to it. So yeah, so this is the home page where you see the banners of the different products. So basically this is the phone system, and now the technology has evolved a lot, because now the phone system used to be a big device. We have one here in the house, like that white box there in the back, that white box right there. This is a phone system that we use for the house. But now the new technology, the phone system is in the cloud. It's in the internet, and now the phones, they're not connected to a phone system like that anymore. They're connected, like this is a SIP phone. They're connected directly to the internet. So the internet goes into the phone, and when you make a call, it goes on the cloud, and then it calls. It's all managed by the cloud. And this is the amplifier. And now our amplifiers, they connect directly to the internet. So when I make a page, let's say 403. So then it goes to the internet, then goes into the amplifier, and now it says that it is paging in all zones. So yeah, testing 1 2, one love everyone. Yeah, easy. Yeah. So yeah, so this is the most advanced product of its kind. This is like very next level. So like I have that creative mind with that badass like genius level brother that has the brain to make all that. And usually, like, to create those kind of products, it's big corporations with like millions of dollars involved to develop, with team of engineers, a lot of incompetent, well-paid engineers that spend a lot of money to do those kind of products. But we did that with very little money, with very little sleep, with a lot of hard work and a lot of crazy ideas. But we pulled it off. We made it. So yeah, so in all our products, they can be, we have that web interface, like right here. This is the web interface of this amplifier here. So this is like the home page, like the device status. So you see the model, the serial number, the MAC address, because it's all on the internet now, the firmware version. I will So you even see the temperature of the amplifier is like 34 degree, and at 75 degrees C it goes on protection mode not to overheat. And then this is the SIP extension that is configured, so it's 403 when I page, it's for 403. This is the incoming events, let's say some bells that will ring at specific, that's school ring bells at specific time and dates. And that product, it's all digital, so even like the customer, we have the I will show it here, the cloud. I need to type it out, cloud.voxprime.com. Yeah, so this is the cloud portal. So the customers, our customers, they can access their device through our portal here. So yeah, talking about the portal, Starseeds are a lot into portals. I'm not really into portals, but for Voxprime I am. Okay, so back to this page here. So let's say I go into music, let's say volume control here. So right now the volume control is 25%, and if I change it here, you see here I control it with the web interface. I don't even touch the amplifier. So this is like a massive feature. So all our customers, they go crazy about that because they can control everything remotely. So this is, I will just lower the volume a bit here. Yeah, so that's about it. And let's say the scheduler, the product is amazing. Again, it would cost millions for corporations to develop that, and not us, we did it like with pennies. Let's say the event calendar here. I will not go through all the features, but the calendar is super friendly. It's like the Outlook style calendar, like a very, very well made, very easy to configure events. Like it's, anyways, I will skip that part. So yeah, so and our competitors, let's say Bogan Corporation, this is a multinational, like American multinational, and they sell worldwide. Another one like Valcom, and Towa is a Japanese multinational. It's very big, and they do like malls, like we can do malls as well. So this is like competitors that we have, and I will just show you. Okay, so yeah, back to the not the tribe, but the eco villages. Okay, I will try to film myself like that. I don't know if you see me well. It's like I don't see what I'm filming. Should be okay. So yeah, so in the eco villages, we want to create like wealth, not just to survive but to thrive. So we need to create our own economy, like our own value. So Voxprime is just an idea. Maybe Voxprime will never be there into eco villages, maybe, like, who knows what will happen, but it's just to give like a business model, and the same idea can be applied with other businesses. So yeah, so the intention is all about that, like to give some ideas and to spread some ideas in the realm. So yeah, so let's say we have that place where we can manufacture our products, and then people can we can like go to work and create that wealth and live in a tribe, in a place where we are all like at the same consciousness level, and to create that massive wealth and that empire for ourselves, because the goal is to create an empire with like-minded people, and not just to be that greedy shark CEO that backstab everyone to climb that corporate ladder. This is the old 3D matrix model that is a total failure, and with what we don't resonate with at all as Starseeds. At least I can speak for myself on that, and I'm sure many of you will agree. So yeah, so just to I want to show you like the corporate. I will just mute that Spotify, and I will show you like the corporate video of Valcom, which is one of our competitor, and their products are bullshit. They are like, people, when they get to know our products, like they flush Valcom right away to go with Voxprime. So we'll just show you like the potential, because now Voxprime, we have a couple of employees. We have maybe 2 employees, but I will just show you on a bigger scale what it would look like if we were like producing the products into eco villages. So just watch that video here. Raise the volume.
For 40+ years, Valcom has been at the forefront of producing custom-tailored communication solutions, helping organizations like yours keep people safe, informed, and on schedule. Valcom serves education, healthcare, commercial industrial, transportation, and government military markets with solutions in paging, intercom, emergency Valcom IP help points, and mass notification. Responsive customer service and support teams work one-on-one with each customer to ensure efficient order processing and minimal wait times. In our 120,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility in Roanoke, Virginia, more than 200 skilled Valcom employees use their knowledge and years of experience in manufacturing over 700 products to fulfill our customers' needs. By internalizing many manufacturing processes, Valcom is able to maintain a high level of quality control, resulting in the lowest out-of-box failure rate in the industry. Facilitating product solutions that fit your organization's needs, no matter the size or function, is our goal. Proudly, our products are designed, engineered, manufactured, and supported in the USA and shipped worldwide. Valcom is big enough to meet all your needs and small enough to attend to your organization's individual concerns. An industry innovator since 1977, Valcom has been driving client-centric product solutions through listening to our customers. Valcom, helping you keep people safe, informed, and on schedule.
Yeah, so this is Valcom. So I will, whoops, lower the volume here. So yeah, so I will just end this video and switch the camera again. Okay, so back on this orientation. So yes, so long story short, you see like the city Boisbriand where I grew in at the time, it always been like that. There's many cities that it's a corporation that is being implemented in a place, and then there's a city that grows around that. This is not a new model. Let's say in Boisbriand where I grew up and where Niama's father worked all his career was in General Motors, a massive plant where they were fabricating, making cars, General Motors. Now that plant is gone. Since a couple of decade or two ago, it has been dismantled, moved to Mexico or something like that. Yeah, so the idea is again, I don't know what will happen to Voxprime, because now like the supply chain is not easy to source the material. I don't know in which timeline we will end up, but all that to say this video is to say that, okay, I have that massive experience like doing businesses like that. I did that all my life, much more than creating videos like I'm doing right now or doing live on IG. Doing that is new to me. It's new skills that I'm practicing and learning. But business-wise, to manufacture product, I have that massive background. Like I was a kid doing that into my father's business, and I grew up on his lap, soldering wires and doing stuff like that. Like here, I don't know if we can see, like to repair the boards, to solder, to do like micro soldering and to assemble products. So to me, this is it's easy for me. It's like the 2 fingers in my nose. So let's say to manage a company like Valcom with smart people around me, to me that's very that's simple. And we like, again, the potential. And I will end up the video here because it was like to give all that my background as an entrepreneur. Because for this newer project, the Eco Villages, we all came on this hurt, experiencing things and learning skills. And to me, it's obvious that this is for that newer mission. So if I was born into this family with that badass brother, that genius brother, and with that entrepreneur father, it's for a reason. So, and I'm sure that you can relate as well, that like your background, everything that you learn so far in this lifetime, it's linked to your mission for what's coming, because the old matrix is crumbling, the dark matrix. Our goal is to get out of it, but let's say to come from a dark, to escape a dark matrix, but to go into a lighter one. So like an eco villages, a tribe, we still need to create an economy. So maybe it will not be dollar exchange. I don't know. We don't know yet what it will be, but we know that it's going to be different, because the old system is it's too damaged. We don't know exactly in which timeline we will end up, but yeah. So all that to say that eco villages, creating economy, creating businesses. So I have that massive background for that. So this is a skill sets that I have, and to combine that with the other like super bright minds, let's say with the Sun Tribe member. So yeah, so the idea is to create that empire. So this is one of the important chain into that empire, to be able to create wealth and to have businesses running for us, and to be able to export, because when you create value, you export the goods, you import wealth, money, and then this is how you build an empire. There's no other way. So yeah, so I just put all that into a video like that. So yeah, there is a lot of value into it. I will put that video together, re-listen to it. If I forget something, I will add other things into the editing, but I think that I will leave it like that for now. And it is to be further discussed. This is just to open a discussion with the Sun Tribe member, with Alexander's, and with other people down the road that will watch this video. So this is to open a discussion, open possibilities in the mind, to create new possible timelines for us, and to, again, not just go in the jungle to survive, but to go in the jungle to create very nice villages with a lot of wealth, clean technologies, and business models where everyone thrive together, because together we rise, synchronized, we thrive. Back to that. And me, in my vision of the future, it's the as one, to thrive as one, as the ones that we are. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a big one for me, to try to summarize all that background into one video like that. It was a challenge, but again, like I said in the live yesterday, I love challenges. So yeah, I will edit this video, I will post it. It will create the ripple effect that it will create. But I know that people like Alexander, Andrew, Francisco, Kevin, Niyama knows about it, but I'm sure she will listen to it and learn new things as well. And to all of you that will watch it, yeah, this is, let's say, my gift to you, some ideas, and looking forward to further discuss that with all of you, with new, again, possibilities that we will create for ourselves. So this is a big part. Let's say we have an eco villages. The economy of the eco villages is a big part of that pie. So we have to create our own economy, our own wealth. So that's all about that for this video. So yeah, again, I love you all, dear ones, the ones that we are, sending you lot of love and light and glory, because glorious we are. So more to come as always. See you in the next one. Another little addition that I feel compelled to share, talking about the business model of Voxprime. Let's say last year, 2022. Again, my job is in sales, to grow the sales, and I didn't work at all for Voxprime. I mean, I was just doing all that online work and all those channelings, divine transmission with the love beings, all that work on Instagram, all that healing, all that spiritual work. And because of the business model that I mentioned, that the integrators are my salespeople, my customers are the people who are selling my products. Like let's say from January 1st to December 31st of 2022, I still gross like near 400K, which is very good for someone that doesn't work. So yeah, so this is how solid the business model is. And if I go get more integrators, then that number will just rise and easily go into the millions. So yeah, so this is why recently I decided to realign myself with Voxprime, because yeah, with that we can create a massive economy within an eco village. So yeah, so I want to show like this month, and also the universe peaks a lot. Like in February, in like 5 business day, so far I gross like 21K, which is good. Usually it's not like that. But again, here Voxprime is pretty much unknown on the market. We're well known here in Quebec, in Montreal. So we have a good portion of the market here in Quebec, but we're unknown in the rest of Canada. We are unknown in the US. We don't even sell in the US. We don't sell in any other country. So it's like we just sell here in our little province, and we can like still generate good money. So I decided to realign myself with Voxprime to grow it, to begin to do sales again. So yeah, so the universe give me like positive feedback right there. But now the supply chain issue that we are facing, that I was referring to, I will just pull up that email here. So today I placed an order for some key components, like some transistors, like the P channel, like the power transistors of the amplifier. I will show you how it looks. Yeah, so for that guy here, I don't have good light here, like anyways, like the power transistor here. So I got a confirmation, and the lead time, like the supply chain is really bipolar, is going crazy. I never saw that. I thought that it was getting better, but it is confirmed for October of 2024, so almost in 2 years from now. So it's like fuck. So who can run a business like that when you need to wait 2 years to receive your components? Like that, I used to order that and getting the next day from distributors, let's say like that, like DigiKey. So 0 in stock, it's like empty. The shelves are empty, and it takes 2 years to get some. So yeah, so again, so I receive mixed signals from the universe. I don't even know. I will just switch the camera on the other side. Yeah, so like I was saying, I don't like even know if it's going to be possible to continue Voxprime in the years to come, because one thing that I stopped trying to do is to predict the future. I just go by my days, and every time that I try to predict the future, it's never really like what I expect. So by now I thought that the supply chain will already be like all broken, like at this time, and like we are February 2023, but it's still there, but it's really like bipolar. So even now, technically I am in trouble to source some critical component for the company. So who knows what will happen with Voxprime, with the whole supply chain, with what's to come. I have no idea. What I know is that the skills are still there, the experience is still there, so it can be used to start new projects, and yeah, to combine skill set with other great minds, and just to make miracles happen. That I believe in miracles because I pulled off many miracles in my life. Just Voxprime by itself is a kind of miracle. So yeah, so who knows what will happen with the supply chain, but I just know that we will find our way to thrive despite any bullshit that will be thrown at us. So yeah, this is the little addition that I wanted to add. So again, love you all and see you in the next one.